Alright, so it's 5:09, opening morning. Just drinking some coffee, getting ready to head out for the first hunt. Tony's already out getting to his tree stand, and then me and Josh can be right above him. And then my dad's gonna get down below. We're kind of gonna work our way down this little canyon right out of camp. Yeah, hopefully find something. Yeah, basically, the wind's blowing that way, so we don't want to keep going that way, because whatever we walk into is going to smell us before we even get there. So we're just trying to get that way a little bit more so we can straight this way with the wind blowing to our right, so that we can go down and to the left. So whatever we walk into doesn't smell us before we get there. And then obviously Tony's that way in his tree stand, and my dad's a lot further down, right below Tony. So we're up above, and hopefully we push something out, run into it, get a shot, or push it towards Tony and my dad. Something in here. You heard that, right?
Can't shoot him in the dark.
Yeah, but you can sure follow him.
Yeah, that's true. I followed him. I followed him all morning. My old ass followed him.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I was thinking things would come off the hill where you guys were,
I was
and
hoping
then
they
through
would.
Tony, because that's kind of where they travel. And then I sat there for the longest time.
Yeah, we saw a few
But-
rubs down in there. We thought we heard some crunching, but we couldn't tell if it was chipmunks dropping.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
squirrels dropping cones.
But, you know, with all the fresh sign and tracks that we saw,
Oh,
I'm thinking, man,
I hope
maybe
Tony-
we'll jump something. Tony's still down
I
there.
hope Tony's.
The truck was still parked.
Oh yeah, no, he's probably sleeping right now. Knowing him, that's his role.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you play that for Tony when he gets back up here, because he's probably lullaby in his tree stand. He's famous for that. Just so that you know, cameraman. That's what I'm saying.
That's your story and you're sticking to it?
That's right.
Oh, man.
God.
Got a nice little sweat, man. Oh. Whew. Yeah, dripping.
Cuticles.
Well, day one, opening morning. Didn't get nothing. Saw a lot of fresh poop though. Couple rubs. Heard some squirrels.
So my son, reality setting in a little bit. No,
I got
no
one
3 for 3 yet.
A couple years ago, it was opening evening. Alright.
So you still have a chance.
On opening day, yeah.
Better get back out there.
Yeah. Anyways, you can't kill him from oak camp.
Good morning though.
So, I don't know, we'll get some breakfast in us and figure out where we're gonna hunt tonight. But there's still 28 days or more left in the season, so we got time. No rush. Plus, with how picky he is, he's not gonna shoot the first one he sees anyways.
I've been thinking about that.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. You probably saw a nice 5x5 and you're like, we'll wait till next year to let that one mature a little bit.
Let my son have a crack at it.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't I say that? I said that. Get out of here.
Of course I would. For you?
Yeah, just let
do
that
anything
5x5
for my
go.
children.
Yeah.
I always do. Always have.
Just like that buck when I was 12.
That's right.
Yeah. Pow! You got out before I could even get the gun.
Too slow.
You
haven't figured it out yet.
A lot of time left.
Alright, 5:50, opening evening, getting ready to hunt down this canyon. Pretty much just go straight down into a little water hole, come back around, come back up. Wind's blowing that way, so just try to stay going this way. All it takes is one pull, baby. Let's get it. stock bundies, they said. Yeah, sounds like we're getting closer. They sound like a hunter. But they sound like an animal. You see him? Yeah, he's flying right there. The big trees. Or the pile of wood to the left of it. You see him moving those straight trees. You actually saw a person? Yeah, right there. I'm looking at him. You see that big pile of wood right there? Yeah. See the two trees that are really close to the left? Yeah. Right there. You see him? That's him. Oh, there's no here. Right there. Oh, that's a person. Damn. Damn it. Wow. We heard some bugling down here at this watering hole. Kept trying to track it. Stay downwind from it. We get down here, and the bugle sounded a little too good. Then we heard some cow calls too. But then Josh saw a hunter right across the opening there. And another one. And another one. And then they probably pissed just like we are. Hike back up. It's 7 o'clock right now. Don't know what to do. We might just circle this This is the way it goes. Hunting public land in Oregon. Hey, but it's fun to be out here. Well, we chased some hunters and moo cows tonight. Didn't really see much sign. Down there where we saw the hunters, we saw some nice rows. But nothing on day one, so gotta get a good night's sleep and get after it again tomorrow morning.
Cut across over here, and then that trail I got onto was kind of like right in here. But you'll see, it's gonna be really nice. All through all this.
Yeah.
In here. And that's where that bull was when I was like right here. So I just walked up here and then walked in here and sat, and he came down from there.
Okay.
He's out there.
God damn it.
I have to go.
So we're basically day 2, morning hunt, doing the same hunt we did yesterday morning, but from the bottom of the canyon instead of the top. The wind is blowing straight down, so yeah, it wasn't good yesterday morning for us. So we're trying again. Saw too much fresh sun up there to not do it, so
I'm gonna have to go find a bush somewhere before I take off. Don't feel bad.
good luck.
Damn it.
Good luck.
Yeah, you too. Good luck to you too.
Only
I won't
take-
have any problem doing what I'm gonna do right now.
Only takes one lonely bull.
What's that?
Only one lonely bull. That's all we want, right?
Because other than this meadow here, we won't have too many more openings this big. I don't like being in openings this big because I can't shoot that far, or I won't shoot that far. Not like Drew, you know. He launches them 75 yards. I won't do that. Mine are going to be close. You know, like here at that tree. So right now I'm trying to figure out what he's doing, if he's but that's alright. He can do whatever he wants to do. Because we're gonna be. I do most of my hunting by my ears. Well, it's and sight, but more ears. If I hear a branch break, I stop dead and wait, and hopefully I hear another branch break. And then we got action. Obviously, if we see something, that's a different story, but usually I'll hear something before I see it. Because I'm in close quarters like this. And then naturally, if he jumps something, you know, if he pushes something out, we just hope it comes our way. And then you're really on alert then, hoping it comes in close. Was Drew doing that barking a lot yesterday? Sometimes. Okay. Well, I'm just trying to figure out that
He wasn't doing it that much.
he wasn't doing it that much.
The only time he did was yesterday evening because he thought we were coming down on that oak, but it was hunters. So he
See, that's true. That other little quick bark.
might be it.
Well, unless he was doing that a lot yesterday.
No.
Because
Not the bark.
we're getting a short bark, and that's not typical of a young caller.
That
young
bugle.
caller is true bugle.
Bugle he just did. I was hearing that a lot, but not the barks.
He was doing that a lot.
Not the
Not
barks.
the
though.
quick bark. And
I didn't hear
and
that
the other
yesterday.
thing is, he's staying in the same spot. He's not moving. I'm just. Because if he wasn't getting a reaction from those bugles, then he would keep moving. He wouldn't stay in the same spot. He would continue moving. He hasn't moved since we heard those first. He's in the same spot. You know, we're moving up the hill, but he's not moving. I've never heard bugles this early in the season in this unit. That's why he's wanting to call all the time. I've never had any bull's bugle early. It's always been the last week of the season, late September, for whatever reason, you know. And we know there's a lot of, see that right there, that quick chirp or bark. I think we should just stay here. I might go that way a little bit, but I'm not going to go all the way over there, but stay in this area until he moves, until I hear a bugle somewhere else. That's a squirrel. This clear cut is so cool. If you look at how many different trees are in this clear cut. Do you know anything about trees? I mean, basic. You got pine trees, right? That's a different type of fir tree right there. You got regular fir trees, the big one. I think these are tamaracks. There's at least 5 or 6 different types of trees in this. And real tight right here. Steep. I was coming down the trail when all of these trees weren't here. It looked like a gravel pit. And I heard all this noise, just loud clap. around the corner, and there was a half a dozen cows and 2 huge 6-point bulls fighting right in the middle of the gravel pit. I mean, it was scary the way they went at each other. I thought they were too far away to shoot at. It turned out they were only like 60 yards, but I never shot anything past 40, you know. And they had no idea I was there because they were going at it. I mean, trying to kill each other. Never could get close enough, though.
And I finally got it out, and then I bugled, and then he responded right away. And then he was just like kind of curious, what is that? And so he's just creeping.
That's cool.
It was fun, yeah.
Well, I know it lasted a long time.
Because I thought he initially, like, after I bugled once or twice, he like went back up, and then I bugled again, and then he started coming back down, and then he got closer, and I thought, man, I was like, oh, it'd been perfect, because I was on a pretty good trail. I thought he was going to come around and come to the trail. But yeah, I probably got within, you know, it might have been, yeah, it was about 40 yards from like here to the...
That's target's 40 right here where I'm sitting.
It was that close. And yeah, I mean, it was a 4-point. Because the antlers were pretty high. And they forked out at the top. But I didn't really get a good look at like the rest of the 2/3 of the antlers. But I imagine there was something down there, you know. But yeah, that was exciting. I was hoping you guys, because I figured that was like a satellite bull, you know.
There might be some more around.
Yeah.
Well, we were hoping the same thing because we were standing up there going, man, you know, and there was an opening. The opening was between you and us, and where you were doing all the bugling, you were just in the trees, just right across from us. I mean, we stood there the whole time, thinking that
he'd come to you.
Well, I mean, thinking
hoping.
if he finally spooked, you know, or if you shot, he may run our way. That's what I always think.
He was staring right at me for a second, but there was like trees in the way. So I could see he was looking right at me, and then he got down a little further, and I don't know if he wasn't directly in line with my wind, but all of a sudden he jumped, but he didn't like sprint out of there. He just kind of like bounded off and then slowly started walking.
Dang, but he went the opposite way of us. Too bad he didn't go the other way.
I know.
We didn't see a stinking thing, but
really
heard squirrels.
Josh would have got excited there. Dang, that would have been good. It was pretty sweet.
Saw?
Yeah. I saw some tracks and I took the scenic route. But I found that trail that you said is like a highway. It's like soft dust. It's like walking in sand. But that was exciting though. I got my hopes up. I was thinking 3 for 3. Oh,
you're gonna be saying that the whole season until you kill something. You were right in it then. Jeez. Just a matter if he was that close, it was a matter of clearing and getting a shot.
Yeah.
He was behind trees though, huh? Dang, that's too bad.
But I got a really good look at him, like it's probably like 10 minutes. All right, day 2, morning hunt is in the books. Josh went and followed my dad this time, and as soon as we left, it's about 6 o'clock. Took only about 20 minutes before I jumped a nice 4-point. Ran up this hill, kind of barked at me, and then my bugle was in the side of my pack, So I'm scrambling to unbuckle it and put it down, and then finally I was able to bugle back, and then he barked back at me again and kind of went back and forth for like, probably say like 8 to 10 minutes. And he came down and got within about 40 yards of me. I just couldn't get a shot off. And then finally, I think he got downwind of me and just kind of spooked and went off, and that was it. But sure was exciting, that's for sure. Yeah, but nothing like seeing an elk on the second day of season. Sure would have loved to took it, but that's the way it goes. On to the next one. Yeah, thanks,
Figured
man.
Josh's tent. Not quite.
Oh, what? Oh, stop that. Can you see it? Getting ready to hike into the evening hunt of day 2. We're gonna sit on a nice little stock pond over here, about a half-mile in, and see what we can catch coming in for a nice night drink at the stock pond. We're gonna all hunt together this time, me, Pops, and of course, Josh.
That was cool. There were ducks in here last time. So that's all fresh water. It keeps going in there, man. That water's clean as can be. So it's just gonna be here all summer long. That's why it's so good. So that's good that we get those things in. I'm surprised they lasted there that long, those ducks. So, but the wind's blowing this way, so we gotta be on this side somewhere. And like I said, all the pictures of the elk were right on this bank. So where they came from, we don't know. I just think that spot over there is a perfect spot for them to come in and drink. They were mingling around here, but that's the only place he had the camera. Both want to set up over on this side. Well, if the wind's blowing range, no, it's kind of blowing this way. Which is good because there's a flock of ducks. Thanks. That was good. Did you plan that for the camera? But you can see the oak shit. Yeah. So they come out of here too, so they might come in this way. But if they come in this way, as long as the wind's not blowing up there, we're fine. But it feels like it's blowing up this way, so I'm hoping they're coming from somewhere over there. Yeah. Alright. So I just look around and see what pictures of that. He had it aiming this way. Why he didn't have it over here aiming this way, I have no idea. His choices of where he puts cameras are. He says they don't take pictures a long ways, but in some of those pictures I see elk a long ways out in those pictures. And so why couldn't he put that? Why couldn't he have trimmed up this tree and put it facing that way? Because I'd like to see
Or facing this way.
I'd like to see where they come from, you know. Yeah, you know, he could have put a couple cameras on that tree, maybe. But this is a great spot right here for to sit.
Yeah. Spread out, don't you?
Well, maybe you guys sit right in here.
They come in straight from there.
Oh, well. Oh, yeah, you got this tree anyway. So they're gone. I can't see shit right here.
I guess I could look through.
Well, that's what I did. Then I stepped off. To the side. I got the full draw behind the bush, and then I stepped out and thumped them. But it was only one animal, so it was easy for me to do that. If 4 or 5 come in, then you're looking at 5 different animals' eyes going. You know?
Yeah.
So I'll let you shoot. I'll let you shoot first, and unless
You have a better
unless I see that you don't have a shot over here, obviously I'm going to be shooting at it.
Yeah.
But I don't have any shots at here where these springs are coming down. I don't have shots at those. I have some up that way, but I don't have.
I'm gonna be, if there's more than one, I'm gonna be patient and let them all try to walk in.
Well,
Or multiple.
you got to decide if you're shooting at a bull or a cow. Are you shooting at a cow?
A bull.
You're passing on a cow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not shooting any cows. I'm not shooting any cows.
I'm not either.
And I'm probably not shooting a spike.
No.
But that would be tempting for me, just because I like to have some elk meat. But it's still only the second. What day is it?
Second day.
I have those. I have the rest of my life.
Yeah.
You know, like quarter to, or like 7:15 tonight. I heard a snap of a branch. And that's why I had my head down that whole time. And I was just,
Trying to
I had
listen.
my eyes closed and I was just listening. I heard a snap of a branch, like in timber like this. A couple seconds later, here he comes out of the woods.
Yeah.
But no, I hate that stuff.
I don't know. I'd rather hike into it.
I mean,
Well,
if you saw animals on a regular basis,
yeah.
I mean, you know, even birds or something,
Yeah.
instead of two
Chipmunks.
stupid chipmunks that try getting nuts.
Well, we kind of had a little bit more of a boring hunt tonight. Just sat on a little stock pond down here. Pretty much just heard chipmunks yelling at each other, or squirrels, and then jumped a bunch of moo cows. But you know, it's another spot, another hunt. We still got one more in the morning before we take off, so hopefully we jump another bull tomorrow morning. Josh will be on that one.
Morning hunt. Hunt number 5. My dad's gonna hunt out of camp that direction, I believe. Unless he's changing his mind. We'll see what he says.
What's that?
You changing your mind? Where are you hunting?
I'm just gonna walk down the road though, and then go that way,
Oh, okay.
because it's blowing
Down here, yeah.
that way. So
Cool.
if you hunt this, and then concentrate on the right
Yeah. We found
as you go back up to the top, so it's blowing down off the top.
Yeah.
Even as much as you don't think that's the top, the road goes up here and the ridge goes all the way out to the 21 road. That is the top. Just like the top is still uphill from here, even though it looks like it's a indentation, and everything goes down to the 21 road. So if you remember that in your directions, east to west, south is the 2142 road. That's the top. If you go over that, you go down to the 25 road. If you go downhill, you're going to hit the 21 road. That's parallel. So we're in a big rectangle.
Yep, so that's pretty much it. Wind's blowing downhill, so we're trying to hunt into the wind. And
or at least crosswind.
We're going towards a little stock pond over here that we've seen. The freak is what we call him. A wolf, a couple bears. So hopefully we run into something.
Good luck.
You too, Pops. Let's go get something.
You go like a madman if you get one.
Oh yeah.
Damn. Just not go downwind. So I'm trying to go down in here and then go back up towards that watering hole that my dad was talking about. Hopefully run into something. That's twice now. That's annoying. But we definitely spooked something up top. Came downhill. Yeah, that's the way it goes. So, we'll just make our way back and see if we get anything. Jump into anything on the way back. It's fun being out here, though. I'm gonna mark that. Whoa. Right in there. Yeah. Oh shit, what the hell? Damn, it just deleted our route.
Shoot, hopefully he's still out there. Well, 5 hunts down. Saw 1 elk. Nothing this morning. Saw kind of spooked one, we think. But that's hunting. You gotta spend your time out here in order to get something. Only 3 days into the season, so hopefully we'll get it here in the next week or 2. And maybe get some elks bugling, talking a little bit more, a little more rowdy later in the season. But that's a wrap. Opening weekend, had fun. It's always a good time getting away and hiking out in the woods. But see you next time.